All right, all right. I think we're going to go ahead and start here. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. I'm not a professor, but you can call me Nap. And welcome on in. Hello, Mama Moth. Thank you so much for joining on in. Welcome. Hope you're having a good day today. Um, and hello there, Ronnie Bucket. Hello, welcome on in. Welcome on in, everybody. Uh,
That's pretty neat.
oh, and thank you, Ronnie Bucket, so much for following. Welcome on in. Welcome to the class. Thank you. Um, but yes, hello. Welcome on in. Uh, I'm not a professor, but you can call me Nap. I can't remember if I said that already. I can't remember if I already said that, but welcome on in. Hope everybody's having a great day today. Great weekend. It's been less than 24
How
hours
neat is that?
since. Whoa, Mama Moth, what are you? What are you doing, Mama Moth? Thank you so much. You didn't have. Hey, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Ronnie Bucket. Thank you so much. Enjoy no ads in your emotes. Thank you so much. But yes, hello, welcome on in, everybody. Um, oh, that's your friend. Okay, that was. I'm gonna be honest. I was a little suspicious when when Ronnie came in, first time chatter, like immediately followed right as stream started before I've even done anything. I'll admit, I was a little. I was like, huh, that's a little weird, but you know what? She sent me the link. Hey, well, thank you so much, Momoth, for sharing the stream and everything. I hope you guys have a great time. Great time here. But today, so yeah, it's been less than 24 hours since we last saw each other when we were playing Stardew last night. I had a great time playing Stardew. That was really fun. We got a lot of stuff done. We did a lot of fun stuff. Um, discovered the ghost shorts, which I had no idea was a thing in this game, which is in that game, which is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Um, but not much has really, let's see, in the past 24 hours, not much has really happened. Let's see. Uh, the one thing I will say, because I think I brought this up last stream, but I'll reiterate it here. I am uh currently watching the new show Spider Noir, and man, is it good. I am very happy with how it's turning out. I'm about halfway through the show. I haven't finished it yet. But it is a great show so far. Like it's a show that it sounds when you think of the premise, it sounds like a Mad Lib because it is it's Nicolas Cage playing Spider-Man in a 1930s film noir. It really feels like a Mad Lib. But it works so well because only Nicholas if someone like Nicolas Cage could pull that off. Yeah, not only was it being made, it's out. And I was so excited because I love Into the Spider-Verse. Into the Spider-Verse, the animated Spider-Man movie, is my favorite animated movie of all time. It's just so good. And Spider Noir in that show, uh or in that movie is really good, a really great character. So when I found out that they were actually going to do it, like they were actually making the show, and that it was going to be live action, and it was going to be Nicolas Cage reprising his role, that just made everything so great, so good. Uh, my dad was telling me about that one, but I haven't started it yet. I definitely recommend it. And what's also great is that they give you the option to watch it in either black and white or color. I'm watching it black and white. I'm watching it black and white because that just feels right for a film noir. The whole thing in Spider Verse was that Spider Noir was in like he's black and white. He doesn't know color. He doesn't know what color is. So yeah, it's so good. Spider Verse is also my favorite animated film. It's so yes, it is. I'm glad we're on the same wavelength there. It is so good. And I'll admit when I first saw the trailer for it, I thought it wasn't going to be good. I thought because I wasn't a fan of like the animation style and the frame rate at first, like just how it looked kind of choppy. Like it for me at that time, like, it really didn't look that good, but then it came out and everybody was saying it was amazing, so I was just like, "Okay, I'll go see it," and then I did, and oof, it is man, is it good. And Across the Spider-Verse is also great. Across the Spider-Verse is also great. Um, and I will admit the one thing that Across the Spider-Verse does better than Into the Spider-Verse is the animation. As much as the animation in Into the Spider-Verse is great, the animation in Across the Spider-Verse is on a whole other level. It's so good. Name a famous actor, Nick Cage. Give name of a decade, 1930s. Now give a movie genre, film noir. And yeah, or name a superhero, Spider-Man. Like that's also I think would be a good one there. He was a good Ghost Rider. I've never seen the Ghost Rider movies. I've never seen the Ghost Rider movies, so I don't really have any reference for that. Um, but let's see what else. There was something else. Oh yeah, I was saving this for Sunday. Um, that's right. Yeah, I was gonna save this story for Sunday. So, um, people judged it, but I loved them. I mean, I feel like with Nick Cage, it's if you go in expecting like a Nick Cage movie, I think you'll enjoy it. If you don't go into that expecting like, like Citizen Kane or something like that, like, or like that level of like it's just fun, You just have fun with it. And we need movies like that. Um But, okay, so I wanted to share this story real quick of something that happened to me at work on Friday, right as I was ending my day, like literally the last thing I was looking at. So, if you don't know, um, my job is I work in a museum. Uh, and that's how much detail I'm gonna go in because I don't want to dox myself. But I work in a museum IRL. That's my background. Uh, I love also a big fan of history and stuff like that, and genealogy research. Hence the game we're going to be playing today. Um, but uh, part of my job is that the we have a huge mix of collections at the museum that I work at, different types like actual physical objects, audio recordings, video recordings, archival materials, photographs, stuff like that, like all kinds of stuff. And I was going through this collection to kind of help organize it. And I was going through this one folder of stuff. And this is literally the last folder I was looking at right at the end of the day, just flipping through the stuff that's in this folder. There's a mixed bag of stuff in this folder. And I get to like almost near the end, the second to last thing in the folder. And I look at it, and it's a letter. And it says at the top of it, like US Senate. It says at the top of it, US Senate. I was like, oh, this was written by some senator, like a senator. And it says on it, I'm gonna leave out some details because again, I don't want to dox myself because certain names in this collection can like figure out who owns it. But uh it said like, dear person who donated this collection, thank you so much. I appreciate your thanks for me winning my presidency. I hope that it serve you as president as well as you've helped me. Sincerely, John F. Kennedy. It was a letter from John F. Kennedy. And you know what the crazy thing is? This is the second time when I worked at a different archive, this is the second time that I have just come across a letter signed by John F. Kennedy in a collection, just randomly. And it's the classic saying of like, if I had a nickel every time I found a letter from John F. Kennedy, at a museum I worked at, I'd had 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it's happened twice. Like, this is the second time this has happened. The thing is, though, the first time it happened, um, I, uh I was going through a brand new collection, and we had no idea that that a letter by Kennedy was in that collection. We had the archive I was working at had no idea. So I was literally the first person to discover it. In this case, in this most recent thing, it had already gone through like processing and everything. So, and I looked at the collection on our online database, and it did mention in our description that there was a letter by Kennedy in there. So it wasn't like we knew, the museum knew that the Kennedy letter was in there. I just personally didn't know. So it was just crazy, a crazy thing to discover just in the middle, um, right at the end of a workday on a Sunday, and that it's happened twice. Let's see. History archives, my dream job. Yeah, no, I would say probably my favorite. I do love working with objects. I think historical objects are probably my favorite thing, but my second favorite thing, personally, is photographs. I love working with photograph collections. Um, I love working with photograph collections. I love like just looking at them. I've I've something that I've done at work is that if we have a collection that has like, or not necessarily photographs, but postcards. I've done this several times with like 100+ year old postcards that we have sometimes in our collections, where I'll, if it's like a famous location or it says like on there like where exactly it is, I will look up that place on Google Earth and Google Street View, and I will try to match I will try to match the location in the postcard or the photograph to the what it looks like now. And there have been sometimes I've been able to get it almost exactly right. Like basically GeoGuessr it. I basically was doing, yeah, IRL GeoGuessr. I never thought of it that way, but yeah, no, I love working with archival material. Something I've thought about doing for a stream. I don't know. It would take. I would have to really find the right museum that I would want to do this with. But something I've thought about doing for a stream is picking a museum that has digitized some of their collections and going through and reading like maybe like a collection that has like a bunch of letters and like reading the letters, like on stream. Um like something like that. I think that could be pretty fun. Cuz there was, oh god, this was a while ago, but there was one time I had to organize a collection of letters. And it is probably because that's the other thing too when I work with these collections sometimes, and when I do also the genealogy research that we do live on here, live on stream. I I get parasocial with the people that I research. I'll admit that I get parasocial, and there was one time where I was going through a collection of letters. It was like hundreds of letters, and I couldn't read all of them because it would have taken way too much time. I just had to kind of go through them quickly, but it was like hundreds of letters that a soldier in World War II was sending back to his wife. And we had this collection of letters. This is at a museum I worked at like a few years ago. And it was a letter like it is the most probably parasocial or attached I've gotten to like a people that I've never met and are dead because it was the most like these two people. Well, I mean, we only had the one side of the letters. We only had his letters, the soldier's letters. We didn't have any of the wife's letters. But my God, he wrote his wife every single day. He wrote to his wife every single day, and almost every single letter he ended like with it saying like I love you 1,000 times, like just some long-winded thing of like how much he loved her and stuff like that. There'd be uh uh and like it's and it got and I was also learning about this family while I was reading, and then I get to one point where uh he I'm reading one of his letters, and he mentions something along the lines of like, oh, when when the when the baby arrives, like you will like we will be a great family or something like that. And I was like, oh my god, he's overseas and his wife is pregnant. Like he doesn't get to meet his child when he's born and stuff like that. Like I was so nervous because I was also nervous like, "Oh my god, I hope she survives the pregnancy." Like it was just like this whole thing. And then and then he keeps writing letters and everything, and he did not she does give birth to a son, I believe, and he is overseas in the war for the next like first year and a half of his child's life. He does not return home, but he kept writing as much as he could. I mean, it got to a point where once he was overseas that like he couldn't write every single day. Um, but hey, Aeon, good to see you. Welcome on in. Thank you so much for lurking. Hope you enjoy your time here. But it got to a point where like I had to look up in our like collection like database like and do like because we have like a section on like the biography of the people. I had to look up like please tell me he survived the war. Please tell me he survived the war because it honestly if he didn't survive if I found out like that he didn't survive the war, I would have like had to gone home because I would have been just like emotionally destroyed. And thankfully he did. He did survive the war. He lived long beyond the war. They had him and his wife had like one or two more kids. Like it it all was a happy ending, but man, I it was it was crazy. It was so beautiful. Um, I killed be able to find the wife's letters. That's so sweet. I wish we did, but unfortunately, I think unfortunately her letters were probably unfortunately destroyed or discarded um because she was sending them to him while he was on the battlefield, and he can't keep hundreds of letters on him while he's like actively like moving around and stuff like that. Like he has nowhere to keep them. Um, so unfortunately, yeah, I think they're gone. Like there's no way that they exist. But yeah, it really was really beautiful. Like, oh, it was probably yeah, the most attached I've gotten to anybody I've uh like any collection I've worked with at a museum. But yeah, so let's see. Got me yapping about museum stuff. Which hey, I have no problem with. Okay, but one other thing I do want to talk about before we get started here. Oh wait, actually two things. I do actually want to share. Hold on, wait. Where is it? Oh, I think I have to import it. Hold on. So before I started streaming, I do post on like Twitter and Blue Sky that I am, going live and stuff like that. And I always try to make like a little thumbnail, for whatever we're themed to whatever we're doing. And I literally forgot about the thumbnail about like less than 15 minutes before I went live. So I had to make something and literally like just super fast. And I just want to share my work. Hold on. It'll probably be giant and take up the whole screen when it moves in here. Hold on. Can I Oh, hold on. Why is this not uh Ew, good to see you. Hold on, I'm trying to find why won't it import to hold on. Let's see, where is it? Hold on, getting it. There we go. Here it is. This is the thumbnail for the game that we're playing today. As you can see, it's my finest work. I literally made this in like 15 minutes. Yeah, hang this in it is art. Hang this in a museum. Oh, this is funny. Um I actually wanted to like try and like make it a little like cleaner, but that obviously didn't happen because I had literally like 10 minutes. I had to rush to get like a good picture of like Lewis. I already have the head, my head because it's already I already have it for like the emote and everything. Merch right there. Yeah. Oh god. I mean, I feel like the people who make the root trees are dead might have a little bit of a problem with that, but you know, that belongs in a museum. Oh, come on. Matthew, you could have played the sound alert. That would have been perfect. You type that, then you play the sound alert. But yes, it does belong in a museum. All right. Let's see. There you go. There you go. Thank you, Matthew. All right, but there is also one other thing I do want to share real quick. Before we get started here. I'm gonna shrink myself down real quick. And that is the official announcement. 1 week from today, 1 week from today, we are going to be doing. Da, 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 da. There we go. Look at that. Oh, yes, Matthew, it did play. Did it not? Did you not hear it? Because I heard it. I heard it in my earphones. Did it not play for you? Hold on. Wait a second. Uh, hold on. Well, do you hear? Do you hear this one? Did you hear that one? What the heck? What's going on with my sound alerts? What are you doing, sound alerts? Hold on. Hold on. Have my sound alerts not have you guys not been able to hear my sound alerts this whole time? Hold on, wait. Let me try this now. Oh wait, it's on cooldown. Dang it. Hold on. How about this one?
Hello there.
Did you hear that? Okay. Yes, it is over. Okay, great. Okay, yes, I figured it out. All right, sweet. Now that we figured out that issue, look at look, I have an announcement. um Oh, that's right. Yeah, you didn't hear that yeah, okay. So that's good to know that now they should actually play. Now you should actually hear them. Um all right. But yes, I am here to announce that next week, June 14th, is my birthday stream. It is my birthday stream. And I have something a little special is that we are actually going to be a new PNG debut. And I'm going to post this on Twitter as well, but I wanted to share it here first. Because the reason why there's nothing in that frame is because we're breaking out of the frame with this one. With this new PNG, we are breaking out of the frame. Uh, so yeah, so be here. I hope to see you guys here that day. Uh, yes, Oldening. And hello, friendly spore. Welcome on in. Welcome, welcome. Great to see you. Yes, break on out. We are breaking out of the frame with a brand new PNG that I'm very excited to premiere or promote. Um, and yeah, so and we're going to be doing on top of that, we're also going to be doing some community games as well. Probably some things like Jackbox, Gartic Phone, you know, stuff, games like that that I am really looking forward to playing with everybody. But yeah, yep, that's right. You did hear Jackbox, Ronnie. Um, super and an internet streamer. Yes, yeah, Jackbox. I'm very uh I'm very excited for this. Like it's going to be really really fun. Um so yeah, that's the big announcement that we're going to be debuting something new. It's my first ever really honestly debut of anything. because every time, like, I don't count it as like a debut or anything like that. When I just like changed when I changed my PNG, like my painting here, like when I like with the Stardew one I had yesterday, like I don't consider that's not a debut. That's just me making something, just doing two quick things in Photoshop and adding some stuff. This is a full on, like I said, all I'm gonna say is we're breaking out of the frame. We're breaking out of the frame. All right. So yeah, I think with that though, let's go ahead and let's get into the game. It is time to play the game. All right. Roy Lewis is missing. Oh, don't worry. He will be on our other screen. But first, let me launch the game here. Don't worry, Lewis will be here in just a second. Okay. Let me go ahead and pause the music here. Okay. Da, 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 da. All right. Let me let's see. Also chat slightly over your PNG unless that also gets fixed. Oh no, that's just because I don't normally put myself over here on this screen. I'm normally in the center. It's just that sometimes when I have to move myself over uh to like show something. But on the other screen it should be okay. All right, so let's switch on over here. And then let's see. Uh there we go. Sweet. So, is it loud? I think it might be a little loud. Chance. Why is my mic? Okay, there we go. That boy ain't right. Hey, I mean, he looks like a pickle. I'll have you know. Hold on. I'll have you know that Lewis is not a pickle. He is a peanut. He is a peanut. He's our little peanut boy. And he's our little mascot. Here to keep us company while we play our games. All right. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Hold on, hold on. Lewis, are you excited to play The Roottrees Are Dead?
Are you flipping kidding me?
No, I'm not flipping kidding you, Lewis. We are going to be playing this game finally. I've been wanting to play this game for months. Also, yeah, Lewis talks. I didn't mention that earlier. I don't like he approached menacingly there. I mean, what? He's just rolling on up. You think do you think this has threatening aura? All right. All right. So I, my mom was telling me about Lewis earlier, and that was not the voice I was expecting from him. That's really, I mean, yeah, hey, that is his voice. So, that's the voice that I have given him, with his ability to speak. So that's what we're gonna go with. All right. So yeah, so like I said before, like I was saying before, I learned about this game like last year, and I've been wanting to play it for a while. And now we finally are. All I know is that it is a point and click puzzle mystery game, where you are basically using genealogy to solve this mystery. So that's what we're going to be doing today, is trying to figure out why the Roottrees are dead using genealogy. I'm going to try and use my actual IRL genealogy skills to see if that'll help in any way with this game. Maybe not, but who knows. All Lewises are criminals in our personal lore, mine and Ronnie's, so he absolutely has a threatening aura at that size. Oh my god, that is crazy. That is crazy that all the Lewises you know are apparently criminals. All right. So, without further ado, I say let's go ahead and let's start. New game. All right, the Roottrees are dead. The mystery begins here. Oh, there's another mode as well. All right, slot 1. The Roottrees are loading. All right. Ooh, got the classic. Oh, December 6th, 1998.
The plane that crashed last night just outside of Pittsburgh is
Oh,
now
it's real
known to have
people.
been the private jet of the Roottrees Corporation. Local aviation authorities have speculated, based on the pilot's final communication, that the winter storm and heavy winds played a significant
Man,
role
these
in the
graphics are
crash.
insane.
On board were multiple family members, including corporate president Carl Roottrees and his daughters, the Roottrees sisters, best known for their fashion lines and modeling careers. There were no survivors. Again, for those of you just joining us,
Okay.
the Roottrees are dead.
They said the title. They said the thing. Oh, hello.
I know it's late, but I'm guessing you've seen the news. In addition to dealing with the grief, the Roottrees company's lawyers are scrambling. Everything's about to change.
I didn't know there was going to be voice acting
Anyone
in this.
proven to be a blood relative is about to get much richer. I'm here to ensure everyone is accounted for. I've heard you're an expert at sorting out complicated family trees.
Yes,
A
actually.
genealogy genie, as it were.
Thank you, yes. Genealogy Genie, I'm going to steal that. Wait, is that supposed to be a bad thing? What's the bad thing? That the Roottrees are dead?
I'm going to give you a quick test.
Okay.
Pass, and I can promise you the job of a lifetime.
All right, I'm good at tests, I think. Oh, all right. Ooh, we got a corkboard with string. Let's go. I'm going to be like Charlie Day in that meme from Always Sunny in front of the board. Okay. Siblings are in birth order, oldest to youngest. Examine my evidence, search the internet for clues. Oh, sleuth. Whoa, okay, hold on. Examine my evidence, search the internet for clues, fill in the names, fill in the occupations, fill in the photos. Okay. So... Okay, this is a photo. The person who hired you gave you this photo with a note attached. This was taken during the shoot for the Roottrees Sisters Got Milk ad. Yep, okay, they're hammering in that it's 1998. Hold on, really quick. I'm gonna turn the music down a little bit. Let's see. Okay, there we go. All right. I've tracked down a test photo from before they painted the fake mustaches on, which I thought would be more appropriate considering the circumstances. The ad copy reads, "You might recognize our faces from the magazine you're reading."
That's pretty
Or
neat.
you might... Oh! Hey, Dive Bombin! Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome on in. Welcome to the class. Thank you, thank you. You might recognize our faces from the magazine you're reading, or you might recognize our name from the candy bar you're eating. Being a root tree is a full-time job, but so is growing up. That's why the calcium found in milk is so important. Plus, you can't make chocolate without it. Okay, so that's the sisters. And then this. Oh, list of names. This list was provided to you by the mysterious person who showed up at the door. You'll need it to fill in the family tree. Oh, are you... Dive Bombin, I see that you are also a friend of Mama Moth. Hey, no, don't apologize, Mama Moth. I mean, I'm honored that you were willing to share this stream with everybody. All right. But let's see here. Okay, so the women, something Eloise, Anderson Gwynth, Deborah Bean, Laura Carlson, Stephanie, Patricia. Wow, there's so many. Oh my god, there's so many people. Okay, these are all the root trees. Wow, there are so many root trees. Okay. And then the men. Oh my god, there's so many people. Oh, Mama is your partner. Oh, great. Big big family. Yeah, okay. But hey, I love get a family perfect to bring a family together, a family gathering for a genealogy game, you know? Okay. But so we know that it has to be either Candy, Carly, Gwendolyn and Gwyn, Krista, Laura, Marguerite, November, Raina, Riley, Samantha, Tessa. Okay. Let's see. Okay, search the internet for clues. Okay, oh, here we are. Oh, big family of root trees. Oh, okay. That makes way more sense. Wow, look at this interface. Brings me back to my first computer I remember having growing up. Didn't look that different from this. We are a wholesome bunch. Hey, that's great to see. All right. Oh, there's the noise. Yep. Yep. All right, nobody get on the phone. Okay. Spider search. Pro tip, you can create notes quickly by highlighting text with your mouse. Wait, can I actually type? Hold on. Whoa, okay. I do. Okay, hold on. The first few pages are filled with news results about the plane crash. Besides that, there are countless advertisements and conversations about the various products made by the Roottrees Candy Company. Most articles mention Carl Roottrees, who is the president of the Roottrees Candy Company. His daughters are also eulogized. Collectively referred to as the Roottrees sisters, they've been famous from a very early age. Bro, Die Bombin, yes, I also used to play Blue's Clues games on a PC like this. I also played Blue's Clues and just nickjr.com, Tonka games, all that. Oh, sorry, Mama Moth. Yeah, I don't allow links in the chat. Sorry. Okay, but it's not really. Hold on, okay, what if okay, Roottrees sisters. Okay, hold on. There are a lot of obituaries that focus on the Roottrees sisters' modeling careers. They also come across an unofficial Roottree fan site, seemingly curated by a teenager. It's neon pink with purple text and hard to read until you highlight the words. The young webmaster writes, Raina is the most famous because she's the oldest and got married to TMS. But Riley is the smart one. Rose is the middle child like me. Okay, wait, hold on. Okay. If I go here... Okay, there we go. That's what we needed. Yes, they do become a link when you add the .com part. Okay, so we know now. Oh, okay, hold on. This is tickling a part of my brain. I love this. Okay, wait, so hold on. So Reina is the oldest. So oh, this is all, it's not separated by men and women. It's just all, okay, so Reina. And then the middle child. Riley. Oh, no, wait, hold on. Rose, sorry. Is that supposed to be Rose, but spelled stupidly? Rose. Okay, so Rose is the middle child. Let's see. Okay. Wait, where is she? Wait, where is she? Wait, where is she? Her name isn't here. But Riley's the youngest. Has to be, though. Oh my god, wait. Is it a thing where... Oh my god, wait. I think it's a thing. I've actually... And what's crazy is that I've actually had this happen to me in genealogy research that we've done on stream, where the name listed is not their real name. I think Rose is a nickname or like a middle name or something like that. And married to TMS. You might think they are rich because they are models, but their dad is also the president of the candy company, and their mom, Brenda, is a fashion designer. They do the modeling for her brand Root. I eat Roottrees candy all the time. Maple Crisp. Clothes like Riley does in... Someday I want to get my ears pierced like Rose. The website's author continues to talk about her own life and what she likes about the Root fashion lines, but none of it is relevant. Okay. So this already... So we... Wow. Okay, this is so weird because this is genuinely not that different from when we do our research streams. This is genuinely, like, not that different. Like, I'm like, my brain is, like, acting the same way it does. My brain is acting like the same way it does when we do our research. Our actual research on this stream. Wow, okay. So we know their mother's name is Brenda. And we know married to TMS. Hold on. TMS. We go to the S names. Thomas Sheridan? It has to be Thomas Sheridan, right? Okay, I need to look up Rose. Okay, hold on. Rose Roottree. Rose Rootree is not as popular as her older sister Raina, but still very well known. Most of the time, they're lumped together as the Rootree sisters. Unfortunately, the results for Rose by herself don't lead to anything different than when searching for the sisters together. Can't find what you're looking for? If someone isn't in the list of names that your employer provided, doing a deeper dive on what you learn about them will often lead to additional discoveries. A good research tip is to make note of any brand names, books, product lines, or magazines that you don't recognize and search for them. These searches will sometimes help directly... Okay. Let's see. It's one that's actually realistic to research, but also leaving it vague enough. Yes, it is. It actually is kind of similar. Do they give all their children R names? I mean, the only other R names here are Robert and Ronald, which are traditionally male names. But I'm gonna do, hold on, wait, if I go back to, Rootree Sixters, Riley's the smart one, Rose is the middle child. Let's see, are you all the time? Root, maybe Root? What if we Google Root? Although searches are not case sensitive, if you're searching for something specific, you should keep an eye on how it's spelled and punctuated during your research. For example, the clothing company Root always has a period after it, even if it's not the end of the sentence. Oh, okay. They're not case sensitive, which is good. Additionally, if you're searching for a name, most of the time you'll need the full name. Sometimes, if someone goes by a nickname, searching for their nicknames is the only way to find results. Hence, I think that's the case with Rose. Rose is not her real name. Clothing company. They make clothes for children, from toddlers to teenagers. Although their website is down, likely due to increased web traffic, you find countless retail sites attempting to advertise their clothes towards the target audience. One of them has this to say: "You spied the Rootree sisters looking hella fly on catalog." Wow, okay. The hella is clearly okay. That triggers my California. My California brain. Now you two can be like Riley, Rose, or Raina. You also come across a website from a collector of clothing catalogs. Apparently, Root has released 2 catalogs per year every year since 1984, and Raina appeared on almost all of them. There is only one that the webmaster considers a collector's items enough to mention. It seems that Brenda Rootree, the Rootree sisters' mother and Root's head designer, appeared on one cover holding her daughter Rose in 1985. The site says that there was the only time her daughter was ever listed by her birth name, Carly Rootree. All right, there we go. Wow, I am literally getting the same feeling as when we discover something on stream. Okay, so there we go. Carly Rootree. They're all models, right? Model. Sisters. Oh, yeah, modeling careers. Yeah, okay, they're all models. Okay. Now, figuring out who is who. Oh, wait. Oh, look at that. Okay, so that's how you get the faces. Okay, wait, hold on. I do remember seeing in... Okay, here we go. And try to dress in plaid root clothes like Riley does in most of the posters. Someday I want to get my ears pierced like Rose. So Rose has her ears pierced. And looking at these photos... Hold on, wait. So Rose is Carly. She's the only one here who has her ears pierced. The other girls don't have their ears pierced, it looks like. So that's Carly. And then the other one said plaid. So, like, because it said, yeah, that Riley, clothes like Riley does in most of the plaid, root clothes like Riley does in most of the posters. So Riley is the one wearing plaid, so that means this has to be Raina. Look at that. We did it. Oh my god, there are 50 relatives. And you've also locked the following optional entry. Thomas Sheridan. Booyah! Booyah! Hell yeah. Of course it's 1998. There we go. Thank you, mystery woman.
Sorry to test you, but I had to be sure you could use the internet. Some folks
Dang.
refuse to get with the times. Safe to say, you're hired.
All right, great. Thank you.
The reward for untangling the family tree is substantial. Life-changing, even.
Okay,
But here's the catch.
right.
The Roottrees go way, way back. The family tree's a bit daunting.
Okay.
Most people freak out the first time they see the whole thing. But I'm sure you'll be fine.
I'm sure.
The man who started it was particular about whom he considered family. For your purposes, you only need his direct blood relatives.
Okay. Do I know at least who I'm starting with?
Anyone related only by marriage is optional. But filling them in can lead to useful discoveries.
Yes, it can.
Lastly, you now have access to some unique websites, plus a list of notable Roottrees.
Oh, okay.
Notable people are easy to find via your search engine, and marked with stars on the family tree.
Okay. Easy.
I'm off for now. Carl Roottree had a lot in his office. I'll
Okay.
look for anything useful. I'll return once you identify 6 more blood relatives.
Okay, you're on it. I'm on the case. Oh god, who now? What now?
Sorry, one last thing. This might sound odd, but if anyone else claiming to represent the Rootrees reaches out,
Yeah?
I'd appreciate you not mentioning I was here. Thank you, and good luck.
Alright. No problem. Okay. Ooh, okay. This is a lot of notable root trees. All right. Whoa, okay, this is... Hired you before the person who hired you returns. Every time you get 3 additional blood relatives in the family tree completely correct, name, occupation, and portrait, they will be locked in. All non-blood relatives and small portraits are optional, but placing them in the tree helps remove extra names and photos. Yes, it does. Okay. Wow, okay. This is a big family tree. What is this? Okay, they split up, but they still had kids. Oh, more. Once you hire this person, you'll be able to add bonus photos. Okay. Wow, okay, so what is this? Wait, what is this? Unknown name. They split up. Then married this person, and then they split up? It started pouring rain outside when the dogs were out, and they freaked out. Oh no! I hope they're okay. All nice and dry. Oh, wait, don't forget, family trees use surnames from birth. Yep, even if the person changed their last name after marriage, always use a person's most recent occupation. Okay, good to know. So this person married this person, they split. This person married this person and they split, and then they had a kid. Okay, that's what it is. That's what they had a kid. And this person here married 3 times. Okay. Okay. Also, I do want to say, for anybody who is not subscribed, if you could let me know when ads are playing, just so that way, because for this game in particular, because there is a lot of stuff, I don't want to miss or like skip anything too much. I don't want you guys to miss like story or discoveries that I make. So I see we have an ad starting very soon. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start it now. And then once the ads are done, then we'll truly dig into this. All right. Looks like my family tree research. Yeah, I mean, honestly, this doesn't look that different. This doesn't look that different from other family trees that I've seen. I didn't even see all this over here, because it looks like so these are the main root trees. Okay, we know that their names are Elias and Gwyneth. So they started the candy company. And they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kids. And it appears that the fortune went through this line right here to Brenda and Carl. So yeah, but like I said, I'm not going to fill anything in until we come back from ads, and I'll start doing the official research. But I'm really liking this so far. I'm going to go ahead and drink some water real quick, because I feel like this is going to be a lot of talking. This is going to be a game that has a lot of reading, a lot of talking, which is why I was surprised that there was voice acting. But no, I am very excited to start this. This actually looks right up my alley. This is really, really fun. And so far, it feels pretty close to what actual genealogy research is like. And God, doing genealogy research in like the early internet or pre-internet days must have just been a nightmare. But we really take for granted today like how much is available online. The fact that I can do all of my research streams just from home, on my laptop, like with no need to go into and I can find adequate and good information, like in full stories, without even setting foot in an archive somewhere. It really is crazy. It really, really is crazy. So what we could do... So we know... Okay, well, we know Gwyneth and Elias are the first people. Are we back from... Okay, yeah, I think ads should be done by now. Ads should be done, so... let's go ahead. So we know this is Elias. So Elias and... Okay, Gwyneth Anderson. Let me just double check. Is there another Gwyneth in here? Oh god, there is. There's 2 Gwyneths. Okay. So we can't, yeah. We can't really lock anything else in yet. But let's... Okay, well, let's see what new... Because we got new evidence. Okay. Okay, the root tree. Easy to find online, notable root trees. This is a list of notable root trees. The person who hired you gave you a list and said everyone on it could be found easily via your search engine. Any entry on the family tree that belongs to someone on this list will be marked with a star. Notable root trees will be crossed out after they are verified and locked. So Carl root tree, Elias and Gwyneth root tree, Gwyn root tree, Red root tree. I have no idea who Red could be. Jim root tree, Lauren root tree, Miracle Jr. Like Miracle Root Tree Jr., I'm assuming? Okay. What is this? Institution. Intuition. Jesus. You've been in this line of work a long time, so long in fact that you've developed a sixth sense for how useful your evidence can be. The numbers in the magnifying glass refer to how many clues are connected to a specific piece of evidence. The higher the number, the more there is to find. To start your search, the notables list sets off alarm bells. A list of famous people that you can find via search engine. It's pretty rare to get something that useful. Best take advantage of it. Yeah. As you progress, these numbers will change. Whenever you find more evidence or lock in family members, new discoveries will be added to the list and old evidence will become less useful. Trust your intuition. If a piece of evidence seems too good to be true, take a closer look at the people or phrases it mentions. Often the most satisfying revelations come when retracing a path you thought was fully explored, armed with new evidence. That is very true. That is very, very true when doing this type of research. Sometimes the reason certain evidence has such high value is because it can lead to finding more evidence. You may be missing a huge piece of the puzzle. Okay, so this is 11. Root tree, 5 pieces. Cool chocolate, blue bad, raspberry, so strawberry, powerful plum, awesome apple. There's 5 flavors because original inventor had 5 kids. Maybe that's why kids still love them. Radical new flavors, because it's no longer the 1920s. What even is an elderberry anyway? Wow, they had to put the radical in there. Okay. So these are related to the kids, maybe, in some way? Okay. In the magazine Teen Blast, it mentions 5 pieces were named as the original creator had 5 children. That also mentions that the current 5 flavors are not the same as back then. So if that's 11... Okay, that's not that high. Does it go up to 100? Maybe? Okay, what's this? Oh. The story so far. The Roottrees and their parents died in a plane crash December 6, 1998. Next evening, Shadowy figured for your door, and the lawyers who were looking to start a family tree after a quick test figured you access to some resources. These include a list of notable Roottrees, who they said would be the easiest family members to place. So they would return in the time it took to fill out 6 more blood relatives. Okay. Someone's death is gonna be via Razor Scooter if this keeps up, yeah. Or no, maybe Moon Shoes. Probably Moon Shoes at this rate. Okay, oh, whoa, we got periodicals, magazines and newspapers, public library, author name, book title. Oh, wow. Okay, there's way more going on here. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's just jump into it and let's look up Carl. Carl Roottrees. Okay, Carl Roottrees died in the recent plane crash along with his wife, Brenda Roottrees, and their daughters, the Roottrees sisters. He was president of the Roottrees Candy Company, as well as the clothing company Root, which he co-founded with his wife. There is a short press release the Roottrees company released to the news organizations. December 6, 1998. It is with heavy hearts that we mourn the loss of Carl, Brenda, the Roottrees sisters, and the other employees that perished in the terrible tragedy. The entire Roottrees family is in shock and requesting privacy at this time. As the head of our company, Carl was an incredible man and an unmatched leader. Feeling his absence will be difficult and may take considerable time. In the interim, we hope that you join us in looking back fondly on Carl and his family's triumphs and accomplishments. Oh, so there were other people in the crash too, and they're not even mentioning it. They go on to list some of those accomplishments. One of them seems relevant to your search. Like his great-grandfather before him, Carl earned the highly prestigious Watchman of the Year title. Watchman of the Year title. Huh. Okay. Watchman of the Year? Oh, Business Watch. Nice. Business Watch magazine is a magazine focused on companies, CEOs, and the economy. They have been around for over 100 years in one form or another and will often write about major changes in management at famous companies. Every year they offer an award to a prominent businessman who has for the field. They call this Watchman of the Year. You'll find through a few searches that 2 Roottrees have been featured as Watchman of the Year, Elias Roottree and Carl Roottree. Business Watch does not host any online archives on any site you can find via Spire Search, though you may be able to find individual articles and issues through your periodical search. Okay, hold on. Business Watch. Okay, Business Watch. Roottree? Many Roottree advertisements over the years. They flood the results. Oh my god, that happens too. That is so crazy. There have been times where we've done research on this, on these streams, and I'll put somebody's name in, in like a newspaper search engine, and sometimes I'll get hundreds of results, and I'm like, oh my god, why are there hundreds of results in this like 10-year period? Why are there suddenly so many? And most of the time, it's because they owned a business and they put advertisements in the newspaper. That's crazy. That's crazy that this is actually... that's actually a thing that they have in this game as well. Okay, so Roottree is too general. Carl Roottree. Oh. Carl Roottree was voted Watchman of the Year in 1987 for his work with Root. The cover and a summary of the article has been added to your evidence. Okay, hold on. Oh, there he is. There we go. We got him. Carl Roottree. Grabs the life by the roots. Can't wait to be here for an actual research stream because this itself is fun to watch / listen to. Thank you, Mama Moth. No, so before we were started like kind of playing games, I don't remember if I mentioned this yesterday. I did a 3-month-long project where I tried to find all 24 people in a photo from 1888 that I bought in an antique store, where the names of all 24 people in the photo were on the back of the photo, and I was able to officially find 23 out of 24 of them. And the one that I couldn't 100% find, I was maybe like 70% sure I found them. And actually, if you go to my VOD channel, you can see some of those streams as well, where we did all that research. But yeah, this actually doesn't feel that different. Okay, Carl Roottree was voted Watchman of the Year in 1987. And a photo of him appears in the cover. According to the cover, Business Watch is a magazine for about corporate leaders and ongoing coverage who's in the corporate world. Carl was chosen not for his work at Roottree Candy, but rather his clothing company Root. Here's a brief history. Before they married, Carl's wife Brenda was a fashion consultant. When Raina was born, Brenda retired to become a stay-at-home mother. Looking for a creative outlet, she spent any free time she had at the sewing machine. Raina's new clothes were a hit with other parents, including Carl's cousin, Jim Roottree, a notable singer who had a young daughter around the same age as Raina. Word spread. Okay, so Carl is Or Jim is... Hold on, wait. If Jim is their cousin, he's probably one of these. Jim has to be one of these. FBI needs to recruit you right now. I mean, I don't think... I mean, I don't know if I'm that good. Although we did one time during all those streams. It took me one time 3 hours to find somebody on stream. There we go. Carl. There we go. CEO. Are there a ton of Brendas on here? How many Brendas are on here? Okay, Brenda White. It has to be Brenda White then. Oh wait, hold on, wait. I can type. Oh, that makes it so much. Okay, yeah, it has to be Brenda White. Okay. What's this? Once you verify this person, you'll be able to add bonus photos. Okay. Alright, yeah, this is where we were. A noble singer who had a young daughter around the same age as Raina. In 1982, Brenda's patterns were being copied by other brands. Seeing the demand, Carl and his second cousin, Ernie Jr., who had just become president of Roottrees at the time, spearheaded Root. Second cousin, Ernie Jr. So second cousin... So if these are first cousins, second cousins have to be like one of their kids, right? Or no, wait. No, second cousins is over here? Hold on, wait. I always get confused on what exactly. Okay, so wait, no. So it's if this is their grandparent. I think second cousins are like people over here. Like second cousins are your Yes, second cousins are your parents' cousins, if I remember correctly. Second cousins are your parents' cousins. So if Carl's second... Okay, yeah, so that doesn't really narrow it down, because we still have a lot... He has a lot of second cousins. Yeah, I always... the cousin thing is always very difficult to figure out sometimes. Let's see. Other blood relatives who have a say in the company's finances refuse to fund anything other than candy. Hey, Pirate, good to see you. Welcome on in. You caught us in the middle of doing some genealogy research. But this time it's not real genealogy research, it's for a game. We gotta figure out this family tree. We gotta fill in this family tree and do it, gotta do some sleuthing via 1998 internet. Other blood relatives who have a say in the company's finances refuse to fund anything other than candy, so Carr personally spent his entire inheritance to bankroll the clothing company. When the profits began to appear, however, the rest of the family changed their tune. They repaid his investment, and now Root exists under the umbrella of the candy company, and they all benefit. Per tradition, or perhaps superstition, new clothes always debuted the way the first ones did. Raina became their catalog's cover model. As she grew, the product line expanded to older kids as well. Her younger sisters were then recruited to show off the baby clothes. Carl was voted Watchman of the Year primarily for his personal gamble and the ensuing payoff. Okay. Alright, let's see if we can figure out Elias. Okay. Elias Roottrees was awarded Watchman of the Year in 1936. for his accomplishments in rolling out 5 pieces to a global market. Which in the article and a scan some made of the cover have been added to your evidence. Okay. Oh, nope, not that one. Here we go. Oh, wow, look at that. That is the most 1936. That, honestly... Okay, if I'm going to be picky, with my history brain, I don't think top hats like that were really a thing in 1936. That's more of a, like, 19-teens look. Unless he was just keeping that style. I like the green, though. Okay, Elias Roottrees was voted Watchman of the Year by Business Watchman in 1936, and a painting of him appears on the cover. Oh, okay, maybe it's a painting, so it's like him when he was older. A tornado warning is trying to ruin the genealogy of... Oh my god. Hey, listen, Mama Moth, if you gotta take care... If you guys gotta go take cover, go do that. The genealogy is not worth waiting. I hope you guys stay safe. Seriously, oh yeah, the tornado warning alert. I can imagine that can be those things are very loud and very scary. Okay, as long as you guys are safe, that's all that matters. All right, 1908. Elias forms the Roottrees Company after marrying his wife, who inherited a maple farm. During the period before 5 pieces, the company is barely profitable. Elias has a daughter, the first of 5 children. 4 more follow, leading to... Hold on, wait. Okay, hold on. Now we know that his first child, the oldest is over here. Let's just put unknown female. We know it's a female. Oh, and while we're here, there we go. Is he also CEO, I guess? Oh, president. Oh, wait. Oh, shoot. Okay, hold on. He's the president. So that means Carl is the 5th? Wait, hold on. Hold on, wait. Sorry, I need to go back real quick. Oh, no, wait, hold on. Is it... It was... here. He's president, right? Yeah, president of the Roottrees Company. Okay, so he has to be the 5th one then, right? The most recent one. So it would probably go 1, 2, 3 for this generation, and then maybe somebody else on this generation before Carl, or somebody else in this generation. I don't even know where we would take cover, where we live. I mean, hey, just want to be in a hallway, just anywhere away from windows. Like a bathroom is honestly, or closet is one of the best places to try. I'm the type of person, though, who goes out on the porch, though. Hallway has no windows and is on ground level. I mean, yeah, that's... I kind of get that, Small Moth, because I love storms. I love tornadoes. It is still a bucket list thing for me one of these days to go storm chasing, personally. Like, I always love storms and tornadoes, and I partially blame the movie Twisters. Or Twister. Let's see. He has a daughter, invents 5 pieces. Each of the 5 flavors is chosen based on the initial... Oh. Hold on. Each of the 5 flavors is based on the initials of his 5 children. Oh, okay. Oh, I have notes. Look at this. I didn't even realize this. Okay. Wow, okay. That's actually very helpful. Okay, so wait, hold on. So, the 5 flavors... Hold on. Okay, we got the 5... Oh, no, no, these are the new flavors. Radical new flavors, because it's no longer the 1920s. Okay, so wait, no, so these aren't going to be the initials. We have to find an advertisement for the original 1985 one. Okay. Let's see. 5 pieces are first sold in some Pittsburgh markets. 5 pieces are rolled out all of New England. The new recipe and flavor is finalized, and the candy begins nationwide distribution in department stores and other shops everywhere. The Roottrees Candy Company purchases every available maple farm in Pennsylvania in preparation for a global rollout. With the help of his son, Elias Roottrees Jr.'s architecture firm, a new industrialized factory and warehouse are built in Butler County. Whoa, that's crazy. Butler County is a real county in Pennsylvania. I've come across it in my research. Let's see. How do I want to organize this? Because I can add a page. Can I, like... Oh, if I could, like, rename the pages to, like, the name of people. Oh, okay. That is... Okay. So Elias Roottrees Jr. had an architecture firm. What's next section that claims Elias is going to pivot to ensuring his company's legacy and that the Roottrees Candy Company remains a family business. He plans to do this with the Clance Trust. Huh. Clance Trust. Oh! Thank you, Mama Moth. Yes, I saw your... Yes, the... Okay, hold on. I'm gonna title it... For now, I'm gonna maybe organize it... Okay, everything that has to do with Elias, I'll put on this page. Okay. Oh, that's nice. The clouds look normal, they lie. Average weather people and they're lying. Yes, very much so. Weather is one of those things that it's very difficult to get right. Yes, we do know there is elderberry because they are hating on it. So E, and we know one of his kids is Elias Jr. We just don't know when Elias was born. Okay, Oh, whoops, didn't mean to... Wait, oh, whoa, I can... Look at this. I didn't know there was this home view. What is this? 7:24 p.m. Wait, am I actually being timed? Whoa, look at the Game Boy. Oh. Oh, password. Family Doku, Alphabet Davis in the erased names of the Genesis. Alphabet Davis, Ends and Beginnings, a young alphabet adventure. Alphabet Davis reverses. Alphabet Davis, Secret Searcher. Huh. Wait, what's this, though? Notorious Montajoys. Huh. Okay, let's go back to searching. If we look up Elias Roottrees just on the search... founder and president... Roottrees Candy Company, you'll find what is essentially a propaganda site about him created by the Roottrees Candy Company. At the top, there is a picture of him and his wife, Gwyneth. Okay, there we go. There's a biography section that has some additional information. Elias, created inventing 5 pieces. Probably the man before that, the farm he inherited by marrying his wife only produced syrup. After 5 pieces, Elias spent his time and energy on cementing his reputation as a family man. He is quoted on the site as saying, "Blood is thicker than syrup, and that any child linked by blood to me shall be linked by blood to my legacy." That's not sketchy sounding at all. The site enthusiastically claims that he made good on that promise, but offers no additional detail. A few more quotes about Elias from a book called Family Man, The Roottrees Legacy by Bess Williams. To say they are biased is a massive understatement. Below that, there is a long list of accomplishments and awards, and one stands out. Like his great-grandson Carl, Elias was voted Watchman of the Year. Okay, we already saw the Watchman thing. Hold on, wait, though. Oh, yeah, we can copy this. Can we... Oh my god! I didn't even think, like, I was so, like, locked in that, like, I was doing regular research. I literally just did Control-V, just naturally on my laptop. Not even thinking of, like, oh yeah, that wouldn't work. Hold on, Bess Williams. So wait, so if I do Control-C... Oh my god, that's awesome. There's some downloadable version available because the book is impossible to find these days. Dang it. Okay. Well, we do have a new picture. Oh, whoa. That's young Elias. This looks like something you'd see in, like, Haunted Mansion. Like, I don't know what it is. It looks like one of the paintings that, like, when the lightning strikes, like, it looks normal, but then in the lightning flashes, it turns to, like, skeletons or something. They really did put a lot of thought in this game. I am loving this so far. This is a famous picture of Elias and Gwyneth Roottrees. It was taken in 1909 after they founded the Roottrees Candy Company, but before it was a success. What you found? Searching the internet, it seems quite difficult to find any site about Elias or Gwyneth that isn't accompanied by this picture. Elias and Gwyneth are on the notable Roottrees list of your evidence. They'll be marked by... Okay, yeah, we already got that. Okay, well, we can put Gwyneth here. That's Gwyneth, but we don't know... I guess she was a farmer, maybe? Okay, well, let's... It's giving a vampire movie. It kind of is, yeah. Okay, hold on. Let's try... Gwyneth. Okay. Find some information on a website for the first Anderson maple farm. Okay. There are a few pictures, including the famous picture of Elias and Gwyneth. Before marrying Elias, Gwyneth Roottrees was Gwyneth Anderson. She had no brothers, so as the oldest sister, she was to inherit the Anderson maple farm so long as she married. Before Elias took over, the farm produced syrup. Yep. Idea to create the candy instead. Success was not immediate until they decided to combine the maple with other flavors. This led to 5 pieces, which are still in stores to this day. Roottrees Candy Company expanded well beyond their original farm and has been preserved as a tourist attraction. According to their websites, there are still daily demonstrations and educational tours that show off the many turn-of-the-century appliances that Gwyneth would have used as a housewife in the early 1900s. Okay, so Gwyneth Anderson is her name. Gwyneth Anderson. I think she's a... is like stay-at-home or like housewife. Oh, yes! We got 3 more. All right. Also lock the following an optional entry. Booyah! Hell yeah. Okay, and then we can also add that photo as well. All right, we got 6 out of 9. Nice. All right. Next step, let's see if we can figure out... okay, hold on. The only other name we have right now... Junior's second cousin. I want to figure out Elias Jr. next. So... Elias, Roottrees... Oh, whoops, dang it. There we go. This is on a website about historical buildings in Butler County. He's listed alongside an old residence that has been preserved called Hutchtop House. You attempt to find more information about the man and the building, but come up empty. That's right, he was an architect. We know he was an architect. Okay, so that's kind of a dead end right now. What was the... Hold on, wait. There was something... Clance Trust. What is that? Okay, here we go. Oh, pronounced Clancid. The Clancid Trust is a highly unusual corporate arrangement named after Clancy Edward Roottrees, who was Elias's son. Okay. And the Roottrees Candy Company's head lawyer at the time. Due to its unique nature, it is often brought up in online discussions about financial matters and inheritance as an oddity. The company mandates that a fixed percentage of its profits are split every quarter amongst bank accounts representing each direct relative of Elias and Gwyneth. An account is created for each blood relative at birth and first accessible when they reach 18. The actual numbers have never been fully disclosed to the public, but due to the ever-increasing success of the company, it is a significant amount of money. The Clancid Trust is known for being essentially impossible to get around due to many checks and balances written into it. So there are a few situations in which family members have tried to forcibly remove another member from the trust. Most details online are pretty vague since the matters are handled internally. Only information you discover is from a university law school, which apparently has a guest lecture talk about the Roottrees versus RR in 1994. While looking at the Clancid Trust, you often find mentions to the 5-piece guarantee, which went into effect at the same time. Okay, hold on. Let's make some notes with this. New page. Let's make this... Let's make this about the Clancid Trust, because this is probably going to be pretty important. Let's go ahead and highlight this. Peace guarantee. Okay. Can we spider search that? Okay, there we go. 5-piece guarantee is a combination with the Clancid Trust. Was Elias Roottrees' attempt to ensure that the Roottree Candy Company would remain a family business for eternity. In isolation, it was somewhat baffling. The yearly salary of Roottrees' president is always locked to the price of a single pack of 5 pieces. When the 5-piece guarantee went into effect, this was 25 cents a year. Now it is closer to $4. Combined with the Clancid Trust, however, it makes a bit more sense. Elias wanted to ensure that only his direct relatives could afford to be president, and he knew that because their passive income was tied to the profits of the company, they would have a vested interest in keeping the company as profitable and successful as possible. Interesting. That's a crazy way to do it. Whether or not this was a smart or successful decision is widely debated, both online and in person, by economic enthusiasts of all levels of expertise. Okay, that's the 5-piece guarantee. What about Roottrees versus RR? And very few details about this particular incident with regards to the Clancid Trust. A student that attended a lecture about it wrote the following legal oddities website, where you can tell RR attempted to unsuccessfully to remove a fellow family member from the trust. It was said that RR attempted 2 arguments. First, the person in question was born out of wedlock. Ooh, okay. And second, they committed a significant crime against a fellow family member. Still, due to the ironclad wording of the Clancid Trust, it was impossible to remove any direct descendant of Elias Roottree without completely dissolving the trust. Okay, hold on. Let me highlight this. This is important. Yeah. Alright. Okay. See, just bring us to the same thing about the Clancid Trust or Clancid Trust. What if I just do Clancy Roottree? No, nothing. Okay. Yeah, that's all that comes up is just this. Okay, so we know that their oldest child was a daughter. We don't know. We know that there. Wait, 1, 2. We know one of them. Well, there's 2 with an E. Or no, sorry. There's Elias and there's Clancy. Clancy was a lawyer. What if can I just search Elias Roottree kids? Is that you don't know like who's. I was wondering if they gave him an obituary. Hold on. Elias Roottree. Whoops, not Toot. Not Toot Tree. Nothing. I think it's only the spider search only works for like names or phrases. I don't think you can add your own thing. What if root tree? Whoops. No, nothing. Okay. Hold on, what are the... Okay, let's look at some of these other names. We do have these other names here. So let's look up... Gwyn next. Let's just go down the list. All right. Is that how you spell it? Yeah. Okay, there we go. Find some information on a website about old films that are not yet available on VHS. The site is not very well organized and the search is broken, but you get to individual pages from your search engine. Gwyn Rootree is a somewhat well-known actress who was active in the 1950s. She often appeared in tabloids, especially around the time of her highly publicized divorce. Her biggest role was in the minor hit movie Guys Like Us. She left Hollywood after the flop of Christmas Mission. There's a widely circulated picture of Gwyn from behind the scenes on one of her movies, which you add to your evidence. Did you know that Gwyn was the granddaughter of Elias Rootree, the founder of Rootree Candy? She shouldn't have been named Rootree, but her father took her mother's famous name. Okay, hold on. That is definitely worth highlighting. Oh wait, no, that's not supposed to go there. Hold on. That should go... We'll make this Gwyn. Oops, nope. Okay. Well, first, let's look at... so we know she's an actress. We know she got divorced. And we know she's a granddaughter. Okay. Let's go back here real quick. Here she is. Oh, wow. All right. This photo is a widely circulated photo of Gwyn Rootree. You have seen it on multiple websites about other old films. On a notable Rootrees list in your evidence, she'll be marked on the chart with a star. Okay. So that means she has to be... She has to be this one. Also, we know that this person is female. So this person's female. This person's female. We know they have an oldest daughter who's a female. Because this is the only person with a star here who has a divorce. Okay, so... So this is Gwyn. And she's an actress. Okay. And we know that this person is female because this person took on the Rootree name. We don't know who she got divorced from. Okay, hold on. Okay, here we go. By searching for variations of Gwyn Rootree, you come across some mentions of a marriage to Wild Bill Williams. Okay, hold on. Um, Williams. Wild. Wait. Oh god, is this another thing where that's not his? That's a stage name? That's probably a stage name. Dang it. Yeah, William Williams, I guess, in a way. But I think that's a stage name. So hold on. Let's go ahead and put that. So if we type Wild Bill Williams. Okay. We'll probably get his real name here, hopefully. You find some information on a website of old films that are not yet on VHS. Wild Bill Williams was the leading man of some notable movies in the 1950s. He appeared in the adventure movie called Fortune Favors the Grave, which has yet to be released for home audiences. You don't find any additional information about that film. He was known for his good looks and off-screen romances, specifically with blondes. He was married 4 different times to 4 different actresses. There's a famous Hollywood rumor that he even approached Marilyn Monroe at a party and that she was already aware of his reputation. Wild Bill grew up in Paris, France. He returned there often. So he's French. Uh... Is it Leroux? This looks like a French name. And their kids, they had 2 kids. I think that's it. That has to be, I mean, that looks like a French name. Okay. Hold on. Diamond Leroux? Because Jane and Kim are both... I mean, Diamond could be a... Diamond could maybe be a male name? Hold on. How do they spell it? Hold on. How do they spell it? O-U-X. James Roottrees is a singer who sings in the duo Jim and Diamond with his wife Diamond Leroux. Oh, okay. No, it's a different... Okay, so it's not Leroux. This is a completely different person. And we haven't really gotten there yet. Jim writes the majority of the songs, plays guitar, often sings. Diamond is considered by fans to be the band's lead singer. Never had another hit, but has its fans who refer to themselves as Diamond Dazzlers. Okay, hold on, but it's in our evidence now. Oh, wow. Rolling on down to the city. So that's James Roottrees and Diamond. Okay, I think that's a completely different. That's a completely different thing that we're trying to figure out. Okay. Okay, let's look at this other list, the rest of the people on this list here. I think let's just focus on that for now. Red Roottrees. That might be RR? Strange historical facts. Aloysius Herring Roottrees, aka Red, was an appointed judge and politician who earned his nickname, ironically, because he was the ambassador to Ireland for only about 6 days. He served what some people contend to be the shortest term in history. A few days after he was appointed, he was heard disparaging his position and the Irish people. He tried to run for state senate. He claimed to be related to the Roottrees Candy Company in a newspaper ad, but it came out that the last name was merely a coincidence, and he was defeated in a landslide. Huh. Hold on, okay, let's make some notes real quick. Petition. Coincidence. So he's not. Okay, hold on, wait. If we look up this name, does that result in anything different? Okay, it's just the same. It's just the same. What about... Oh, it's... He's not a... Okay. That's just a red herring. That's not real. Oh, God, there are red herrings in this game. Okay, well, let's delete this page then. Okay, hold on. Jim Roottrees. Okay, James Roottrees is a singer who sings in the duo... Oh, Jim and Diamond with his wife. Okay. That's Jim. Okay, hold on. Let's add a page for Jim here. Whoops. Okay. Yeah. So Jim is one of the stars. Let's see. Most of the music is folksy and acoustic, other than the one song they were known for. Because when we look up Diamond... Okay, we just get her. We just get Jim again. It just took me like 5 minutes to realize his nickname Red and his middle name being Herring gives it away. I didn't even realize his middle name was Herring. But Red, yeah, absolutely. That does make sense. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, so we know then. Okay, so James Roottrees is one of the stars. Okay. I mean, okay, so they started in the 70s? Okay, disco band. Folksy, Jim and Diamond continued to release music into the 1980s. Jim has become a bit of a recluse and hasn't made a public appearance since 1996. So then... I think... Wait, hold on. Oh, but there's another one there too. Hold on. So there's 2 stars here. We have a picture for Diamond. So that means it has to be either this one or this one. Hold on, wait. What if we search... Sounds of laughter. And then also, hold on, I'll highlight this as well. Spider search. Released in 1989, you can't even find a picture of the cover. It doesn't appear to have been very successful. The reviews are middling, even from fans. Some basic linear notes exist on a Jim Roottrees fan page, and it states that the lyrics and guitar are credited to Jim Roottrees, and the vocals are credited to Diamond LaRoe. Okay, what about Cherry Tree? A lot of pictures of foliage. Okay, yeah. Yeah, fair. Diamond Dazzlers? Hold on, wait. Maybe we'll find like a fan page. There we go. Look at this. Diamond Dazzlers is the name of the official fan club for Jim and Diamond. You find a forum post called Cool Things You Got in the Mail on a random forum about video games. One reply mentions that Jim and Diamond still send out a Christmas card every year to Diamond's Dazzlers. It's accompanied by some pictures as well as some history about the fan club. Apparently, even though it is no longer available to join, Jim and Diamond still honor it themselves personally. There's a fierce debate in the subsequent post about whether that's cool or pathetic. Amongst the pictures of Christmas cards from over the years, only one is relevant. The card from 1996 included a picture of Jim and Diamond's young son, Wolf, as well as a note about his daughter's band, the Fluzzies. That picture has been added to your evidence. Okay, so wait, so they do have kids. They have 2 kids. So that's their son. It included a picture of his son, Wolf. That's so weird that they sent like a picture of like their... They sent a picture of like their son, just a picture of their son as their Christmas card to just random people. That's weird. Okay, so we know they have 2 kids. So if we know they have 2 kids, then it has to be... This has to be him. This has to be Diamond. Or Jim, sorry. So, James Roottrie. Dancer is musician. Okay. And then this has to be oh wait, what's wait. Hold on, wait, what's Wolf's? Hold on a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. Jim and Diamond. We don't know what Diamond... Oh, wait, no, there's Diamond. Jesus. I don't know why I was... That's James. And that's Diamond. So there has to be more pictures of them. Hold on. Listen to his parents' latest music. Hold on, wait. Diamond Dazzlers. Hold on, okay. Right, their last name would be... Ah, okay. Yeah, I completely forgot that, yes, their names would be Roottrie and not Leroy. Wolftree. What? Roottrie? What if we search him? Maybe he's too much of a... He's a kid. So I guess student? Is student an option? Student. Yes! Look at that. We got it. Enter he... Ah, yes. Yes! Awesome. Booyah! Hey, Binka, yes! This game is made specifically for me.
You're on a roll. I'll try to keep that momentum going. Carl's office was a mess, thanks to some burst pipes.
Ooh, yeah.
But I unearthed a photo from a 1970s Roottrie reunion.
Oh, no.
I also found some important-looking papers.
Okay. That's a lot of stuff.
You've traced 9 blood relatives so far. I'll have more to share after you find 9 more.
Oh, God. Okay. Thank you. The T and the R have no business being that close together on the keyboard. God, yeah, they are. It is really hard to type because they're very close together. This is such a cool concept for a game. It is. No, I heard about this game like last year, and I've wanted to play it so bad, and I am loving it. But yes, we are trying to basically fill out this family tree. That's the goal, is to fill out this family tree and to try and basically figure out who is deserving of an inheritance, because this Roottrie family died, and there's a whole thing of just craziness. Have you played Orba Din? Kind of reminds me of this. No, I'm not familiar with that game, but if it's similar to this, I might like it. Okay, so let's see, who else, or what else can we look at now? Oh, wow, we got a lot of stuff. Ooh, okay, hold on. This bonus was attached from the employer. Here's a bonus. When I pulled the water diamond pictured of the free spirits out of the frame, this fell out too. Written on the back of the photo is, couldn't make the reunion. Wishing you well from Paris, Gwyn and the boys. Okay. Well, let's get these faces. So that's Gwyn. Hold on, so that's Gwyn. And they have 2 sons. So, I don't know their names yet. But we know that they're male. Which means this person is female. Oh yeah, check out Return of Orba Dinn. It's less genealogy and more so mystery solving, but through individuals and their connections to one another. Might be right up your alley. Interesting. Okay, yes. Thank you, Binka. I will make note of that. Okay, so we know these are the boys, but we don't know which boy yet, and we don't know their names. It's just the boys in Paris. Oh wait, hold on. Film school. That says film school. Okay, that's actually a good thing to note. Oh, well, what is this? Okay, this photo was tucked inside an envelope with a letter beneath a candle in the corner of this office. To Carl and Brenda, I'm sorry that you were unable to attend the funeral. It's traditional to have it as soon as possible, and Ernie, more than anybody else on Earth, knew how busy your job can be. I've closed a Shiva candle identical to ours. If you'd like to pay your respects, though it's not expected for those outside of the faith to do so. Ernie was a man full of love, not only for his family, but for his family's legacy. He had an immense amount of pride of the work you 3 did together, as well as how Carl has carried on for him after taking over. Okay, so Ernie, we know Ernie was the previous president, and he was his second cousin. So this is about Ernie. Because Ernie is a... Is Ernie on the list? No. Okay, hold on. Ernie is not on the list. Wait. Knew how busy your job can be. So he was president. President before Carl. Oops. One last note about it. It looks like it has spooky vibes, but it's not a horror game. No jump scares or anything. Okay, good to know. Ernie was a man full of love, not only for his family, but for his family's legacy. He had an immense amount of pride in the work you three did together, as well as how Carl has carried on for him after taking over. As for myself, it is impossible to express my gratitude enough for rescuing us from the panic and burden of endless bills. Though we caught it too late for him to get on the donor list, the company took care of us beyond our wildest expectations. It went unsaid at the time, but Ernie and I knew it had to have been Carl that convinced the trust, and that it was no coincidence that it happened shortly after your visit, Brenda. Huh. That's an interesting note. Up until the end, Ernie and I had to stay strong, especially for Nicole's sake. We could never have done that without the two of you fighting for us. Okay, so wife is named Debbie. Okay. And they have a daughter. A daughter named Nicole. Shoot, hold on, wait. There was a thing. So Ernie died. This is a thing for Ernie's. So this is, I'm guessing that's Nicole and that's Debbie. I closed a Shiva candle. Shiva candle. Why does that sound familiar? Hold on. Can I Google that? Is that... That sounds familiar. Ernie more than anyone else. The three of you did together. Okay. Wow, okay, this is too many people. This photo has a note attached from your employer. Every 20 or so years, the Roottrees would hold a big reunion and recreate an old family photo. This is the one from the 70s, and Carl's the teenager in the middle. So that guy. That's Carl. I'm not going to click on everybody, because then that's just, I think, going to make things more confusing. Sorry about the water damage. A pipe burst in Carl's office. On the back of the photo, in childish print writing, it says November. There are also a large number of cursive signatures. They include Bonnie, next President Guy Hudson, Ernie Jr., Carolyn, Gwyneth M., Gwendolyn, Miracle Jr., Jim Roottree, Clark, Carl, and Ellie M. Okay, Jim. Hold on, wait. That has to be Jim then, because that says Eli. This is Eli right here with he has a little name tag on. So Jim has to be him, right? Because Jim has another... I think that's him? I think that's him? It's hard to... I mean, he has a lot of makeup on in this photo and he has a beard, but... I think that's him. And that's Carl. That's... yeah, they look very... These two look very similar. So that's definitely him. Is the eye color the same? Wait a second. Oh wait, he has a. Wait a second. He has a freckle right there. Hold on. I can't really zoom in anymore. I think that's him. That has to be him, right? The next president, Guy Hudson. Lee Jr., Carolyn, Gwyneth M., Gwendolyn, Miracle Jr., Jim Rootree. Okay. Saw this. Oh yeah, this one. Vote for Stephanie Jones for City Council. Better for Butler County. This was buried under a ton of other mail that Carl left in his inbox. It had a handwritten note attached that seemed personal. It is a flyer about a candidate for local office, Stephanie Jones. On the back of is an excerpt from a newspaper article from the Butler County Times about her campaign. Stephanie may have grown up in an unconventional family, to say the least, but in her words, it was still full of love, and now, 22 years later, with a baby of her own due around Christmas, her message for voters is simple: love is our future. The handwritten note says, Carl, I know we don't see eye to eye when it comes to the candy company, but if you could talk to your girls about putting out a statement supporting Stephanie, she could use the publicity your daughters bring. Don't let our conflict spread to the next generation. CM. So Stephanie is CM's daughter. Stephanie Jones. But Jones isn't her... That's her married name. Hold on. Wait, is there a Jones? Okay, Brian Jones. CM. Okay, there's no CMs here. Caroline Morden. Okay. Caroline Morden is another... Huh. Grew up in an unconventional family. Is... Oh, wait, is Stephanie here? No, okay. Oh wait, what's on here? After some time, they return with new resources, a photo of Carl's generation taken in the mid to late 70s, as well as some papers and mail from the office. Still a bit more after finding 9 more. Okay. So it's all, yeah, this generation, roughly. Oh god, there's so many. Okay, I'm gonna admit I'm starting to get a little overwhelmed. Ernie Jr. I need to figure out who Ernie is. Okay, Ernie Jr. was a former president of the Roottrees Candy Company. He seemed to be to directly to proceed. he seemed to directly precede Carl Rootree. On one website even says he was Carl's mentor. He was apparently very successful as president, but not so much as a public figure. He was rarely seen in public and stepped down due to illness in 1996. He has since passed away. Anything about... So would he be previous generation then, maybe? Yes, we do have some people on the notable list. Okay, Lauren Rootree. Let's just try her next. Author Lauren Rootree, a distant relative of the Rootree sisters, is known for her book A Life Between Wars. Okay, hold on. Let's get the notes out here. Okay, Lauren Rootree. Okay. Let's see. According to the website, let's highlight that. According to the website about famous authors, in the early 1960s, Lauren released a few romance novels under her married name, Lauren Rafferty, to little fanfare. When her publisher learned she had been keeping diaries about her famous family, they insisted she release them under her original name, Lauren Rootree, to take advantage of her family's notoriety. The selection of diary entries released in 1965 as A Life Between Wars spans from the untimely death of her husband in World War II. Untimely death of her husband in World War II and coping with the post-war world as a young widow and mother, as well as her perspectives on changing times and socialities all the way through the entry into Vietnam. While the content is not considered particularly relevant to modern audiences, it has found new life as an exercise in high school English classes to show an evolution in writing style and for a look into life in previous generations. After the success of her diaries, her publisher re-released her romance novels under the name Lauren Rootree. This included Romance in Court, which gained popularity. She followed the re-release by... Romance in Court. She followed the release up by writing 2 new sequels, creating what fans referred to as the court jester of the series. You find no recent details about Lauren, though she is listed as retired. Okay. Okay, that's actually really good. Okay, hold on. What if I search Lauren Rafferty, does that... No, it just brings us to the same page here. Okay, hold on. If we Google A Life Between Wars, you don't find any copies or excerpts from Life Between Wars on Spider Search. Okay, hold on. Well, this is actually very good. Then I'll just type it. Lauren Rootree. There we go. Printing diary. Hardcover edition, republished in 1993. It seems you're the jackpot here. This is a book occasionally taught in schools. You even find a hardcover edition for students that has full-page, high-quality pictures in it. I mean, high quality by 1998 standards online, which is probably not great. A summary of the contents of the books, photos, as well as some particularly relevant entries from the diary have been added to your evidence. Great. Oh, this is perfect. Okay, hold on. If we go back here real quick. So she's a notable. The only notable we have left... Okay, we have 2 notables left. 2 notables left. We know her husband died, and that they did have kids. It could be any of these, honestly. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, wow, there's a bunch here. Wow. Okay, there's a bunch of pages. Get ready for a lot of reading. Excerpts from the Diaries of a Root Tree. Oh, wait, what does that say? Captures the evolution and perspective of adolescence to adulthood. The below are notes and observations you made while skimming through Lauren Roottree's diary pages in A Life Between Wars. Lauren Roottree is on the notable Roottree list. In your evidence, she will be marked on the chart with a star. The book was published in 1965 and consists of diary entries that stretch from 1940 to 1965. The most important event, that much of the diary and Lauren's thoughts revolve around the loss of her husband, Jacob. Okay, Jacob died in the final months of World War II while Lauren was pregnant. This left her to raise her son, Clark, alone. Lauren never remarried and only had one child. Okay, wait. So that narrows it down, I think. Wait. No, it doesn't, because they both still... Oh, wait. No, wait, it does narrow it down. Because... Oh, wait, no, it doesn't. Dang it, I thought it did. Because we know that she... Okay, well... Hold on, let's make some... Okay. Here we go, let's highlight this. Okay, by skimming the pages of the diary, you glean the following information. She was the granddaughter of Elias and Gwyneth on her father's side. Okay, again, that doesn't really narrow it down. Her mother's family name was called the Cossells, but she hardly ever mentions them. Okay, hold on. There we go. Her mother's maiden name. Her father, who she always refers to as Pop, was the head lawyer for the Roottree family company and helped write the legal document called the Clancy Trust. Okay, so that helps narrow things. So we know her father was Clancy. Her father was Clancy. It's clear from context that the Roottrees have internal shorthand names for the different generations of their family. Lauren uses them often. 5 Pieces was the first generation of children by Gwyneth and Elias. Lauren's father was in this generation. The next generation, Lauren's generation. The Free Spirits, the generation after Lauren's. Okay. Okay. We're getting some stuff. An entry titled Complaints from Lauren Rootree's Diary, written in 1950. This entry seems to focus specifically on one of Lauren's family members, Gwen, who is on a notable Roottrees list. It seems everyone has something to complain about Gwen. As an only child, complained of loneliness. I told her that being expected to watch after 3 younger brothers didn't feel like a blessing, but it fell on deaf ears. Wait, hold on. Gwen, as an only child, complained of loneliness. I told her that being expected to watch after 3 younger brothers didn't feel like a blessing. Hold on. 3 younger brothers. This is her. It has to be her, because she has... This is the oldest... This is it. This is her. This is her. This is her. This is Lauren. This is Lauren Roottree, and she is an author, and her husband... What was her maiden name again? married name, Rafferty. Okay. Her husband, Jacob. Jacob Rafferty. Which means this is Jacob. And that also means that this is their son, Clark. I don't know if we have a photo of him yet. I don't think we do. This is Clark. Okay, this is Clark, and... So Clark is the one who has all the weird marriages. Also, we also now know that these are all males. I guess it makes sense they have to be males because Carl and Jacobs both still have the Retreat name. Okay. Anyway, back to this. Okay. During the summer where I went to stay with her and Aunt Margot. Hold on. So is Gwen's mother named Margot? Okay, because Gwen's... Is there a Margot Rootree? Hold on. Margolite Rootree. Okay, that's who that is. That's Margot. So, okay, so... Okay. Also, wait, so that also means that this is Clarence. Or Clancy, whatever his name was. This is Clancy Edward, who's a lawyer. Because, yeah. Her husband, Jacob died in World War II. Right? Or am I thinking of somebody else? Because wait, did I not put notes in that? Oh yeah, no, her father was always refers to as Pop, was the head lawyer of the Roottrees Candy Company. Okay, yeah. So that has to be Clancy. Don't know Clancy's spouse name yet. Okay. Back to here. I hope she would be the sister I never had, and that I'd do the same for her. I even tried to dye my hair blonde to fit in with the two of them. What a mess. But she just complained. To her, I was the lucky cousin. Now she's off living the glamorous life while I'm stuck here with Clark. I must admit, seeing her everywhere contributes to my unhappiness. Her visage stares at me even now from my coffee table. She gets to be in Starlit. Oh, Starlit. Wait, no. That's not what I meant to... Okay, I guess maybe that's not a thing. And tell tales of how she gallivants around the world, kissing the likes of Harrison Lane and William Bill Williams. Harrison Lane. Hold on. Harrison Lane was a television actor with a major role in Guys Like Us and some other films. His largest role before Guys Like Us was a villain in the first season of Western Frontiers. Due to the popularity of Guys Like Us, the studio brought Lane back to play the villain's twin brother, this time as a hero joining the protagonist. Western Frontiers has no connection to the Roottrees. Harrison Lane seems to be a dead end. Oh, dang it. Well, it was worth a shot. She's the first Roottree woman to be anything other than a housewife. And I am jealous. Oh, dang. Okay. Okay. First Roottree to be anything but a housewife. So that means all the other women. So even though we don't have her picture yet, we know she's a housewife. And this other, we know there's another woman. Hold on. There's another woman here. We don't know her name yet. But then that means that she is also a housewife. But I'm off topic. A girl with all the luck in the world was jealous of me. And now, though I have been undoubtedly burdened by terrible tragedy, I am also lucky to be born into a family that can support me for eternity. I can raise a child without worry, unlike countless other widows. If any of them were to hear me complaining, they would rightfully scoff, just like I do at Gwyn. Okay. An Entry in Dynasty of 1958. It focuses on the day her grandfather Elias announced that he would step down as president of the Roottree Company and the meeting to determine his successor. Okay. I wish I had been a fly on the wall today. Clancy told me that everyone got quite heated. Granddad was furious none of his sons would take over as president, but that's what he gets for holding onto it for so long. With architects, preachers, and lawyers, nobody's got time for candy. So with the 5 pieces refusing to set up, it came down to us next gens. Pop argued at length that the company should stay with our branch of the family since we still have the Roottree name. I'm not even sure Clancy would have wanted it, but he's the one who was volunteered. Instead, it ended up going to Zach. Even though his surname doesn't match the candy, he's the firstborn son of the firstborn 5-piece. I'm not sure how that's relevant to running a company, but Granddad has always had very particular views when it came to his bloodline. Okay. This gives us, hold on, a lot of information here. So first of all, there's a Clancy. She has to be talking about one of her brothers. We don't know which one. She has to be talking about one of her brothers. But it went to the firstborn son, Zach. Okay, hold on. Hold on, wait. Oh, okay, hold on. I just thought about something else. There are no other... Oh, wait, no, there might be. Hold on. Oh, wait, no, wait, never mind. Sorry. That was a never mind. Ignore that I thought I found out something. Okay, so Zach. So Zach is the firstborn son, but could be a different... Okay, hold on. Unknown. Hold on. I think... Oh, yeah, we don't know which one of these could be Zach. Oh, that must be the... I just realized this must be... Oh, guardian, adoption, or otherwise. Huh. So one of these is Zach. Oh. Zachariah Morden. Or Zach Wilson. Oh, god dang it. Okay. I think those are other things we'll have to research in a second. Hold on. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna make... I'm gonna make a thing right here. And this is gonna be... things to research. So I'm gonna put both of these names here. So which Zach? Zach Wilson or Zachariah? Whoops, that is not. Zachariah Morden. Okay. There we go. And then I can delete that at a later time. Okay, so I gotta figure that out. Anyway, back to here. Takes preachers and lawyers. Clancy, if it ever came up that a woman could take over, after all, Angie's older than Zach. Okay, wait. And I'm next oldest of all of us, but he just laughed. Okay, so Angie's older than Zach, so it has to be, so then, wait, so it has to be, hold on, wait. Okay, who's Angie? That actually narrows it down. Who is... So this one's Angie. Please tell me there's not more than one Angie. Angelica Morden. Okay. That has to be Angelica. And so that means she's also, I think, a housewife. So that means this is Zach. Zachariah Morden, and he is the second president. Okay. Wow, all right. We're narrowing things down. All right, so actually I don't need to... I can delete that note now. Okay. I'll never forget the cuss words Pop used when he told Ma it wouldn't go to us. Mother, ever the quick-witted, at least with catty remarks, countered back. Maybe they wanted it to go to the only member of the family who looks like he samples the product. Damn. Harsh, but all right. Oh, wait, no, I don't want to put that here. Put that in Lauren's. So, okay, so Zach, they're basically saying Zach's a big guy. Zach's a big guy, apparently. An entry entitled Sam from Lauren Roottrees' diary written in 1963. From a previous entry, you learn that Elias Roottree had given in to his wife and announced that Sam, an obscure relative, was to be included in family gatherings. Gwyneth had been pushing to include Sam for quite some time. Lauren writes, "Why Sam? I have many distant relatives I've never met. After all, Granny had sisters and Granddad had a brother or two, but I was told trim their branches from the family tree. So why is Sam special? Nothing adds up. I'm not the only one to realize. Angie summoned all of the next gens to a secret meeting in Zach's office. Gwen's in Paris, but the rest of us, including Miracle's boys, spent ages trying to unravel the mystery. I didn't recognize Sam at Uncle Junior's wedding to Patsy last year. At the reception, when I asked who Sam was, Pop shushed me and said it was complicated. Clancy swore he saw Sam working alongside the farmhands, EC and John, when he used to drive past the old Anderson farm on his way to work. Upon hearing that, Zach checked the records and managed to confirm all three are on the books. Eli, Miracle's youngest, not my brother. Okay, hold on. So there's two Elis. Miracle's youngest, not my brother, even chimed in. Apparently, he was riding his mini bike alongside the farm a few weeks ago. Sam gave him some old tools and taught him how to make the bike's engine faster. None of us think that proper for a multitude of reasons, but Eli certainly seems thrilled. At the end of the day, nothing explains why an outsider has cozied into family affairs, especially one who works on the farm of all places. Whatever happened to blood is thicker than syrup? Why is Granddad making an exception now? Is there like a weird... Okay, I think... Is this... Sam might be something to do with this. Because he would be in that generation. Okay, so she has a brother. So Eli Roottrees is one of these three males. Eli Roottrees is one of these three males. But we don't know which one. And whoever Miracle Roottrees is, which I think actually, wait, has to be... Because there's only one star left, so this has to be Miracle. Okay. One of the final entries called Clark from Lauren Richard's Diaries, written in 1964. Clark's getting married, and in my opinion, far too young. He's barely 18 for God's sake, and Danielle isn't much older. But openly confronting them would make me a hypocrite. After all, Jacob and I got married at 16. Clark. Who do I don't have a Clark yet on here, right? So Clark has to be... Oh, wait, no. Clark is her... Duh. Clark is her son. So this is Danielle. So that has to be Danielle. Okay. Clark, like the rest of his generation, is a free spirit. What else do you call a group of kids growing up with more money than any one person can spend? They all aspire to be musicians and artists and dancers and all the nonsense. The only one who has any discipline is Carl. But that's because Pop forced Clancy to send him to the academy. Okay, wait, so Clancy... Clancy is... has to be his father, then. Clancy Jr. That has to be Clancy Jr. So that's Clancy. One of these two is Eli. Okay. I keep clicking on the wrong thing. Okay. Ooh, this is... Alright. Forced Clancy to send him to the academy. Maybe I'm just getting old, but our generation was never so bad. My brothers all seemed to pursue paths of knowledge, and the most rebellious thing any of us ever did was bring home someone who would be illegal to marry if we were lived anywhere south of Pennsylvania. Oh, whoa, hold on. Okay, that's... Pop seems to have gotten over it because Edward is set to take over his department once he retires. Hold on. Okay, so that's definitely worth noting. So they were bringing home, you know, they were dating African American people, and apparently one of them got married. Pop seems to have gotten over it because Edward is set to take over his department once he retires. So Edward, wait. Edward has to be somebody who married into the family. Who's Edward, though? Huh. As for me, my first published book, Swashbuckle My Heart, is based on the pirate stories I used to invent with Jacob when we were walking in the woods after school. I think he'd be proud that Clark and I are carrying on his name. Even my cousins are doing well. Zach's not a bad president after all, and his sister seems to be doing a good job raising her twins. Okay, so they're both female. Okay. Unknown female. Unknown female. Okay. Gwen is Gwen, but at least she came out to the divorce with her head held high. She even told us she might come home next year so we can meet his kids. Or meet her kids. But the free spirits, if any in any other family, they'd all end up on the streets. Even Clark. Damn. Okay. Okay. Wow, that was a lot. We learned a lot of stuff with that. We don't have any pictures yet. So we'll look up... Okay, hold on. We'll look up Zachariah Morden after we go through the rest of this evidence. Second president. Okay. All right, let's figure out what's in these other things. Oh, it's more family photos. Okay, so these are different generations. Oh, wow, okay. One of them's got an eye patch. Is this person in the back? What's his face? Like the mystery person? That might be who that is. Okay, hold on. Lauren's diary contains some labeled pictures. This is the 5 pieces. Okay. This picture was famous in our house. Pop even had it framed. That's him on the left. Okay. So that... Wow, Lauren is a big help here. So this... That's who that is. Okay. It was taken in 1935 to celebrate the move to the new warehouse that Eli Jr. designed. Angie and I both wanted to be in the photo since Miracle was in it, and the three of us were all about the same age. We were told only the 5 pieces, which really didn't go over well, to say the least. Eventually, I suppose, to stop the tantrums, they posed us in front of the camera with Mr. Morden, who was there with Aunt Gwendolyn. I found out years later that they never took a second photo. Okay, hold on. In front of the camera with Mr. Morden, who was there with Aunt Gwendolyn. Hold on. Okay, that's her aunt. Hold on. She has to be Gwendolyn Roottrees, right? Hold on, how many Mordens are there? It has to be James, right? It has to be because there's no other Mordens. So that's Gwendolyn. Gwendolyn is one of the 2 women here. So that's Miracle. I'm assuming he's called Miracle because he has the eye patch. Angie and I both wanted to be in the photo. Since Miracle was in it, and the 3 of us were all about the same age, we were told only the 5 pieces, which really didn't go over well, to say the least. Eventually, I was supposed to stop the tantrums. They posed us in front of the camera with Mr. Morden. So one of these is Gwendolyn. What is that necklace that she's wearing? So this is only the 5 pieces. If this is only the 5 pieces, then that means... Hold on, wait. Where's the list of... Okay, Miracle Jr. So this has to be Miracle Jr. So this is Miracle Jr. That means this has to be Miracle, who's the youngest. And is this one? No, Miracle's a lot younger. Angie and I both wanted to be in the photo since Miracle was in it. And the 3 of us were about the same age. I both wanted to be in the photo since Miracle was in it. And the 3 of us were about the same age. Okay, so Miracle is a lot younger. So Miracle is a lot younger than all the other kids. Oh, wow, okay. Lauren's diary contains some labeled pictures. This is the next generation. An attempt to recapture the spirit of the 5 pieces photo with our generation. For old time's sake, we gathered on the warehouse floor. I wanted Eli to stand all the way on the left, since to me he looked a lot like Pop did in the old one. But I was outvoted by my brothers. So, okay. So I think this is Zach. I mean, he's in like a business suit and everything. I think that's Zach, because he's a bigger guy compared to everybody else. So I think this... Whoa! Yes! Look at that! Booyah! These 3 entries are correct and have been locked. Jacob Rafferty, Daniel Franks, James Morden. Awesome. 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 Booyah. Okay. Okay, so that's not him. That's not him. I thought that was him. Yeah, so we don't know what his occupation was. And we still don't know anything about this line of the family. Oh, wait, no. Hold on, wait. It has to be... This has to be, Oh, shoot. What's their... Is it Eli? On. Was it Edward? Hold on. Which one was the architect? I'm blanking. I'm trying to remember on which one was the architect. One. Shoot. Yeah, we don't know his occupation yet. On the name of the... Oh, Elias Roottrees Jr. Okay, that's who it is. So Elias Roottrees Jr., who was architect. We just don't know in that photo exactly... Oh, wait, no, we have to... It has to be... It has to be this one. Because he's the only other guy in the photo. It's just the 2 women. Is it this person and then this one? Because she's blonde. And her daughter's blonde. Boom, look at that. Everything's coming together. Oh, we're just powering through it now. Okay, no optional entries this time. Booyah.
You're
Oh.
listening to WRTG.
Okay, hello, Mr. Radio.
It's time for your headlines. Once an hour, every hour, on the 45. It's
Okay.
a bizarre development to an already tragic tale. In
Right.
the wake of the accident that took his life, some of Carl Roottrees' belongings have apparently gone missing. Most notably, a framed photo of the Roottree family from the mid-1970s that
What?
Carl had on his office wall.
What?
We interviewed a local psychologist about who would do such a thing and
What?
why. For that article, search online for WRTD News.
WR...
Again, That's WRTD.
Why do... Oh no. I have a feeling whoever's hiring me to do this job might not have the best intentions. WRTD? News is your local investigative jazz radio station. Oh, God. Investigative jazz. Hey, they're killing it with the investigative jazz. During their news segments, at 45 minutes on the hour, they have been talking about the plane crash. This most recent hour, they have talked about a picture taken from Carl's office after the plane crash and promised an interview online with a psychologist. During the interview, it was revealed that there wasn't a break-in. Instead, someone with a key to the office took the picture after discovering the pipes burst due to a recent storm. This means it was likely someone close to the family who was aware of the photo's history and wanted to save it. The psychologist, however, also goes on to pose the culprit had an alternate agenda, specifically because nobody in the family has come forward to say they have it in their possession. A comment below the article says, "Don't believe their lies. This is just another instance of the Roottrees curse being a real, true thing. I bet your Carl was murdered and the picture has evidence on it." Jesus, are we getting into creepy online conspiracy theories? Or murdered in the sense that, like, they did something to the plane. Huh. Okay. Old time's sake, I wanted... Hold on, wait. Okay, let's go back here. Because there are a few things now that we got here. So there is an Eli... This is an... There's this Roottrees, Miracle Roottrees, Miracle Jr. Okay. So let's go back to the photo. We didn't finish reading it. Let's see. They insisted the four of us stand together, and so we clumped up in the middle and let everyone filter in behind and in front of us. The only one too good to make an appearance was Gwen. Okay, yeah, she's not there. Okay, so that's her. That's another photo of her. Let's see. Clumped up in the middle to let everyone filter in behind and in front of us. The only one too good to make an appearance was Gwen. Grandma insisted we include Sam, even if we didn't want to. None of us understood why, including Sam. I also didn't think it fair Miracle made it in, since he's technically a 5-piece. I guess my inner child still holds a grudge even after all these years. Okay, wait, so that's... So this has to be Miracle then, because he has the dark glasses on, and not the eye patch. So that's Miracle. Right? So wait, then... Wait, is Sam... Is Sam... Sam could be a girl. I was assuming, honestly, that Sam was a boy, but... Is Sam a... Wait, hold on. Do they say... Include Sam, even if we didn't want to, none of us white, including Sam. Okay, there's no gender pronouns here. Were there gender pronouns in the diary? Sam. That's Sam, an obscure relative. Why Sam? And had sisters, but I was told trim their branches. And you summoned all the next gens to secret meeting. including Miracle's boys, spent ages trying to unravel the mystery. I didn't recognize Sam at Uncle Junior's wedding to Pasty last year. At the reception, when I asked who Sam was, Pop shushed me and said it was complicated. Okay, hold on. It says Eli is Miracle's youngest. Right there. So, hold on. If Eli is Miracle's youngest... Eli... Oh, shoot. Oh, my God. This is... We have an M and a C. This also happens with genealogy research. I've had this issue before where I only had the first names and not the middle names. And I found two people. There was one time I found 3 people in the same town that had the same first and last name, but different middle initials. And like a smallish town too, not even like a big city like New York City. And I wasn't able to, I had to kind of, I had to give up because I had not enough evidence to prove exactly which one I was trying to look for, which one was the right one. So I know this pain very well. This game has captured it very well. Okay. Oh, man. Welcome, Hunin. I'm gonna lurk to avoid spoilers. This game is on my wish list. Oh, yes, yeah, if you don't want spoilers, this is not the right thing to watch, but I appreciate the lurk very much. Thank you. Yeah, no, it's a great game. Highly, highly recommend. I'm loving it so far. Okay, yeah, so we don't know which Elias that is. Because there are 2 Elias Roottrees. Okay, so, yeah, so we don't know. I just realized, yeah, there's no mention at all of Sam's gender. So, there's no mention at all of Sam's gender. So... if these are the 3 brothers, one of these has to be... that has to be I think that's Angie. Because her and her brother, Zach, look similar. They have the same color hair. So I think that's Angelica, or Angie. So I think this is Sam. And that has to be... that has to be one of Miracle's kids, probably Miracle Jr. Because they look similar. They're the same color hair. We don't know what his job is yet, but... okay. We got that one. We still need to figure out the occupations of these 2. Okay. I think this is Sam. Because these are her 3 brothers. And if I mean, are they just doing height? Like, the tallest one is the oldest, but that's not always the case. Is there an Edward Roottrees? Hold on. Oh wait, no. No. That's not Edward. That's not Edward. Because, okay, this is my theory right now. I could very much be wrong. Because there's that bit in here where they say, yeah, the most rebellious thing any of us ever did was bring home someone who would be illegal to marry if we lived anywhere south of Pennsylvania. So they were dating a black woman, likely. Pop seems to have gotten over it because Edward is set to take over his department once he retires. So Edward, I believe, it sounds like, married a black woman. And in this in the 70s photo, there is this girl here who is part of that next generation. I think this girl right here, don't know her name yet, but is this their daughter? Because why else would it mention that, like, he would be upset? So I think this is Edward. So that means Edward's the youngest. Okay, I think I like that theory as of right now. Miracle Jr. I mean, Miracle Jr. is going to be the oldest. Oh, wait, hold on. There's a thing in here, under the Sam section. Eli, Miracle's youngest, not my brother. And in here, in this photo, there's this guy who has a tag, Eli, right there. So that's Eli. We just don't know which Eli he is. Because of the different... I mean, he has a job where he has a name tag. And if this is Edward Roottrees, this one has to be Elias, but again, we don't know which Elias. That's the annoying part. Okay. Oh, so we go back to here. Together, so we clumped up in the middle and let everyone filter in behind and in front of us. Okay. Hold on. What does this say? Long before they said return, you heard something odd on the WRTD radio. The photo you were given seemed to have been stolen from Carl's office. Okay. Yeah, we already got that. Okay. Oh, you can... I didn't realize you could change it. Oh, wait, can we... Oh my god, we can play the music. It's definitely disco. Definitely sounds disco.
Saturday night and you're quite a sight. The world might
Only the great-grandson of Elias Rootree could make disco this sweet. All right. I mean, it's fine. It's a disco song. Okay, let's look up. I think the next person we need to look up is Miracle. So, what's his full? Miracle Jr. Okay. Miracle Roottrees. Whoops. Here we go. Okay, a site for the Miracle Network, a production company run by the Miracle Rootree Estate. It's quite bare bones, but has the following blurb. Witness the testimonies of the Miracle's Rootree. Miracle Rootree arrived so late in his mother's life that the doctors swore he wouldn't survive his first year. His mother and father, Elias and Gwyneth, named him Miracle because they thought him impossible. He was the younger of his brothers and sisters by over 14 years. With a birth that late, the final child of his generation was nearly torn apart by countless health problems. But still, with the power of God on his side, he triumphed over these complications and even regained his sight to spread the healing word of the Almighty. Oh wait, that's right, he's a preacher. One of the things said, like, you know what? That's what happens when you get everyone to be a, what is it, like a preacher, and yeah, all that stuff. He's a preacher. Okay. So we have that full person there. I think we have this one, Angela, that full person. We need one more full person, and we can maybe figure this out. Okay. 23 years later, Miracle Rootree Jr. arrived and became the famous family's second vessel for the higher power. At 18, he unburdened himself from the Rootree name and took his father's testimony to a whole new level. Via the power of television, Miracle Jr. spread the gospel across the entirety of New England. He has since left the life of glamour and glitz behind to reach those places that need it most. The power of the Lord coming to a town near you. Below the blurb is a flyer about the tour, which is in your evidence. Okay. So he's also a preacher. What's the piece of evidence? Oh, wow. Witness the power of the Lord in the Summer 96 Three Generations of Miracles Tour, featuring testimony from world-famous Miracle Jr. and a special appearance from Miracle Rootree in his 68th year on God's earth. Children now welcome, celebrate with your pastor Miracle Third and his wife Nicole. Okay, wait. So he has his other kids are named Miracle as well. Wow, it's a family of preachers. Okay, wait. Hold on, wait. Okay, so Miracle the Third, and this is him. And he is a preacher. Oh, boom. There we go. Easy peasy. Yep, got the 3 of those. And oh yeah, optional entry. Got that. Oh. Oh. Phone. Ring ring. Hello.
So, you may have heard the news. Some of Carl's things have gone missing. That includes the pictures and mail I brought you earlier.
Right.
I promise I didn't steal it.
I don't know if I believe you.
But I did borrow it.
Of course.
I'll return it once we're done. Let me deal with my family in the meantime. Oh, I guess that means I've officially confessed.
Yeah, I kind of figured. You're not that slick.
I'm a Roottrees.
Yep, I kind of figured.
I assure you I have a reasonable explanation for the secrecy.
I can
I'm
imagine.
about to do something big the family doesn't approve of.
Okay.
If you could just wait a little bit longer, I'll tell you more. In person. I'll return after 15 more blood relatives.
15? Jesus. That's so many. Okay, hold on. Well, let's put... We know he's a preacher as well. And this is him. Yeah. Turning the person who hired you called on the phone, and they were Roottrees. Alright, so, alright, I think, God, as much as I want to keep playing this, as much as I really, really, really want to keep playing this, I am going to have to call it here, I think, because it is getting late. I do have to go to work tomorrow. But I am loving this. This is so much fun. It really does feel like the genealogy research that I've done on stream. It really does. Wow. Okay. And we're making good project. We got all the 5 pieces. We got all them figured out. Except for their spouses. That's the hardest thing. All right. Oh wait. Oh, and this one. Pretty sure is this one. All right. All right. So yeah, that's what we're gonna call it for today. I am, like I said, I am loving this. Well, so let me go ahead. Can I? Head on back to our office. Oh, I forgot that I had that up. The game. All right. So yeah, if you hold on, wait, let me turn the music back on. There we go. Oh, wow. This is I genuinely have been loving this. I really, really have been loving this. This is such a fun game. And oh God, I have to wait all the way. I hate that I have to wait all the way till Wednesday to play more. That sucks. I don't want to. I want to keep playing now. But man, like I said, I've been having so much fun. I hope you guys have been enjoying watching it. And yeah, and if you don't want to be spoiled, yeah, I mean, I highly recommend checking out the game as well. So, maybe check it out, maybe play it for yourself, and then maybe play it faster than I can, and then you can come back here and watch me play it and struggle. But yeah, also, as you can see with this little note here that I put at the beginning of stream, next week, next Sunday, June 14th, we'll be having a birthday stream with a little bit of a debut, where we're going to be breaking out of the frame. We are going to be breaking out of the frame and getting a new PNG that I'll be showing off. It'll be a lot of fun, and I'm really, really, really looking forward to it. But yeah, so I think, hold on, let me go ahead and put that away. And let's, hold on, make myself a little bit bigger here. All right. So yeah, that's gonna do it for today, folks. Thank you guys so much for being here. I'm not a professor, but you can call me Nap. I do these streams every Sunday and Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we play games like this, or we do actual live history and genealogy research. So that's something you're interested in. Make sure you go ahead and hit follow so that you know when I go live next. And also, I am uh, also have a YouTube channel where I make YouTube shorts on some of the stuff that we've researched in previous streams. So again, if you want to check that out, make sure you go ahead and check out the link below. And yeah, all right, let's see if we can find somebody to raid. Let's see. Let's see. Who can we raid? Who can we raid? Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Uh, let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Really appreciate it. She's currently playing. Oh God, she's playing Alien Isolation. I probably won't be sticking around because I could not handle that game. But let me go ahead and get the raid messages. And then let's go ahead and get the follower one. Oop. Hold on. I gotta make this look good. All right, there we go. All right, so yeah, that's gonna do it for today, folks. Again, thank you guys so much for being here. I had a great time playing this game, and I can't wait to play more with you guys on Wednesday. Um, where we'll be continuing where we left off. Because man, it has been a lot of fun. It really does feel like awesome genealogy research, but in game form. All right, but yeah, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day or night wherever you are, and I will see you guys on Wednesday. All right, have a good night, everybody. Take care.